Hey there, I am back with part two of my true crime case evaluation or story, I guess, about the international romance scammer and con artist from Germany, Irina Barrett. So, my last episode ended with the FBI identifying her, which, according to all the documents online that I found, and I'm going to link these below, by the way, like if you want to read them yourself. It's like just what I'm reading off for this episode in case you want to see it or you don't believe me, because this is one of the craziest like cases I've ever even heard about. So, okay, so April 1st, 2016, this lady's identified by the FBI in Tampa as this German fugitive who's been sought by the German government for 8 years now. Okay, so, and last time I ended with the FBI identified her because they did an open source investigation. So they Googled her and they found wedding photos of her wedding to the guitar player in Cannibal Corpse, Rob Barrett, and it says their wedding took place December 12th, 2012. So then I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on this lady that I found online, and again, this will all be linked below if you would like to read it yourself. But this is about the offense that she was convicted of in Germany in 2007, 57 counts of fraud that went from 18 months in prison and was suspended to 3 years probation. So this is the reason, according to the German court, why her fourth fraud conviction, she's getting suspended instead of going to prison again, which is just crazy to me. So, okay, it says the accused, Irina Hegstead, which is her, I guess another married name. She was married to the singer in Marduk, too, by the way, Eric Hegstead. So at this time, and this is 2007, her name is Irina Hegstead. So Irina Hegstead, who's now 31 years old, grew up in Germany. There, she went to grammar school after attending primary school. In the course of her 12th year, she left because she didn't want to go to school anymore. Okay, so then it says she served a social year in Heidelberg. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Then she wanted to start training to become a nurse. However, she got pregnant and had a daughter who is 11 years old now. She did not complete any vocational training. Neither accused nor her daughter has contact with the daughter's father. That daughter now lives in the household of other people in Germany. The accused has two other children, now aged 3 and 1, with the guy in Marduk. They're presently living at parents-in-law's in Sweden. The accused has been married to the father of those two children since 2003. Before this marriage, the accused worked in the restaurants and in casinos. And currently, the accused is indebted in the amount of 6,000 euros, and this is for like fraud restitution. So in the present case, the accused was detained on February 19th, 2007 on the basis of an arrest warrant issued by this local court in Germany. Since then, she has been detained at this penal institution in Germany, the name of which I cannot pronounce. Okay, there she had regularly corresponded with her family, and it says, according to the extract from the Federal Criminal Register, the accused has had no criminal record in Germany so far. However, in Switzerland, she has been sentenced twice as followed. So, okay, she went to prison for 6 weeks in June 2002 for fraud, but 2 years probation. And then April 10th, 2003, 2 years in prison for fraud with probation. And then it says in the period from mid-October 2005 to January 2006, the accused bought goods from different mail order companies via the internet in 22 different cases pretending to pay, then she never paid. As planned by her, employees of the mail order companies relied on the details given by the accused and arranged for the delivery of the goods that were never paid for. With the goods, the accused made her living. Wow, so she's been doing this a long time. Then there's a really long list of all the names of people that she's defrauded. It's like 3 or 4 pages, which I'll also link below. And it has just some more details about her defrauding 57 people for thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, it says, for the assessment of this punishment, it had to be considered in favor of the accused that she fully confessed to the offenses in trial, and she demonstrated a very high procedural insight. I'm going to say this person is psychopathic and has antisocial personality disorder. Just my professional opinion, but she seems to meet the diagnostic criteria here. So it said, furthermore, the fact that the accused had committed all the offenses owing to the financial hardship her family had been suffering. So, because of that, the German courts suspended her prison sentence and gave her probation instead because she said she stole to feed her family. Wow, that's just great. I guess try using that excuse in America and see where it gets you. Probably get you more prison time. So that's just her backstory. Okay, so now we're back to April 1st, 2016. She's identified by the FBI, and it says in here the last time, according to her actual passport with her maiden name, which is Schiff, she entered the United States in 2002 and left in 2003, and her passport was never recorded going to the USA again. That's because she used her sister's passport to get in here when she fled. Okay, so now the FBI and the German government and Interpol have discovered that Irina is the romance scammer and like the eBay scam lady. So now they're all connecting the dots and starting to work together here. So it's just crazy that it took them 7 more years after they identified her to actually arrest her. Okay, so now, 2017, December 12th, a third romance scam victim is charged with money laundering, but his name is redacted in the paperwork, so I'm not sure what his name is. So then, January 10th, 2018, a judge in Germany issues another warrant on 154 counts of romance scamming. And I actually have like all the documents for that right here. I had it pulled up a second ago. Give me a second. Okay, and again, I'm gonna link all this stuff below if you would like to read it yourself. Okay, so the arrest warrant just says it's issued for Irina Barrett and it has her address in Florida. She has strongly suspected of acting professionally in 154 cases of fraud. And then, it lists her romance scam here. It's like 3 or 4 pages describing what she was doing. Then it lists every single victim. And of course, these are just the victims that we know. And it even says in here, these 154 victims listed are just a short amount, because think of all the people who never reported this, or maybe they paid in cash or gave her cash or something like that. So all these people are listed in here, and it's like pages and pages and pages of people. So then it says reasons for arrest. The reason for arrest with regards to Irina Barrett is the existing risk of absconding. So what's it say? Moreover, the accused showed in the past she did not cooperate with judicial authorities, but rather evaded her criminal responsibility by living as a fugitive in the state of Florida. I wonder if her husband knew about this. Harboring a fugitive is a felony. So then, May 18th, 2021, Germany contacts the United States and embassy in Washington, D.C. about all this, saying, we have this person, we have reason to extradite her. So then a judge that year in the district court in Florida around Tampa issues a warrant for arrest. So then this lady moves to Nashville in the fall of 2022 after hearing about all this. And that's when the FBI, who's investigating both her and her husband, realized that they had moved from Tampa to the Nashville area. So they have to kind of transfer the investigation to the Nashville FBI, and they figure out where she's living. And September 8th, 2023, a federal court prosecutor signed off on allowing U.S. Marshals and the FBI to apprehend her at her home. September 11th, they went in and got her. So then, more papers I found, which I'll also link below. October 12th, 2023, the German government contacts the United States Embassy again in D.C. to approve extradition. And then October 19th, Irina goes to Lovejoy Detention Facility in Georgia and stays there for a couple months until she's extradited back to Germany in December of 2023. So then April 2024, she gets let out of a detention facility in Germany. And I'm not really sure what's going on with her now, but I have some people who want to come on here who are like her victims, right? People who have been hurt by this woman, scammed by this woman, and I'm going to have them come on here. And this lady, like I said, is married to the guitar player in Cannibal Corpse, who has since been fired for his role in all of this. So that's where I'm going to end today. It was a little bit shorter than last time, but I will definitely have more information for you in my coming episodes.